What's up, guys? In today's video, we're taking a look at a scenario where civilization starts over. In the last video, if you haven't seen it, which I would suggest go checking out, we saw a lot of stuff happen, such as this war over here start. We also saw the end of this war over here with Belgium colonizing. Okay. But yeah, let's get straight into today's video. It is episode 6 of the series now. We also have 600 subscribers, so thank you very much for that. For 600 subscribers, I will be doing something. So let's get straight into today's video. We're going to be starting off over here in China, where we will see these guys. It's only wrong layer, of course. These guys are going to do some more exploration into this area. Same goes for over here, as we mainly just see a lot more exploration is happening over here, with the recent just getting no one caring about Tibet. We see these guys, they're like, hey, it's better if we go to do this. We also see these guys have forgot about Taiwan. That's sad. But over here, now we finally come back to this war. As you know, it started because Ohio wanted to keep going this way when New York wanted to go down south. So we will see New York over here will kick back these guys in Ohio, kicking back their southern front as well as over there in the north, and continuing their invasion in over here. As well as over here, we will see the surrender of this area, as well as over here in the northern Michigan areas. We will see major settlements are absolutely destroyed by New York. Seeing in the capturing of Cleveland, we will see the fall of this Ohio nation, where we will also see the full annexation of Ohio into New York. So New York is absolutely gigantic. We will also come back to more of their exploration down here in the south, as over here we will see that they come to the opening of the Amazon, which is very much hard to explore. As over here they also come down there. As now they think they have reached the part of the continent where it's the shortest point to the African area. So they start to go out this way. They eventually stop when they get to this island because they only thought it was about that big. And they're like, yeah, it's not possible. So they change their maps and they make it larger. But over here, these guys will also do finally more exploration, more inland. Coming over here to Prince Edward Island, as well as more into Nova Scotia. Over here, they will also meet up with these guys. The rest of the main Michigan Peninsula is discovered, more into the Upper Peninsula over here. But over here, we now see that these guys would go ahead and go more north, as it's too hot down here. So they go north, and keep going north. But now we cut back over here. We see an exploration group from this French nation right here. We're going to go more north, discovering the Faroe Islands. And then we'll go ahead and go this way as well, making it to the coast of Iceland. But eventually we will see Scotland will call for an independence. And Scotland will gain their independence within the south. And then Scotland, wanting the rest of these areas, will go ahead and will invade. Over here we will see that they capture the northern Scottish areas. And eventually they are allowed to gain their full independence with these islands. Also taking the Faroe Islands, and Scotland is now an independent nation. They will go in and also place their capital city right there. Is there any major settlements over here? Yes, there is. They place their capital right there. Over here we will also see more exploration into more of this area, as we see their main goal is to discover the rest of the Baltic Sea. So they come over here, they find where it ends, and they continue. discovering the Gulf of Finland fully. Also coming over here to Åland, as well as these Swedish areas. And now we will see the rest of the exploration over here, where they finally discover basically the rest of the Baltic Sea. They also come over here into the Gulf of Bothnia. Not Bosnia, Bothnia. Get it right. As we will see, they continue more north over here. And now they also go more into these areas. And down into this area right here. As yeah, Europe is looking much more white. Over here, also more exploration into the Alps. As their main goal is to mainly just discover the Alps. Over here, also more exploration into the Caucasus. Mainly in these southern areas. But also in the far northern areas. And eventually, the Caucasus now just look like this. Over there. More exploration into Persia is made. The exploration will go pretty well. This will be on the shorter side of a Wixo episode, more like 15 minutes. But over here, we mainly just see the more exploration is going to be made over here. The more that Mesopotamia is like, hey, that's a really good living space. Maybe we should claim it. Maybe. But now we will come back over here to these explorers. More explorers are known. As we see, they just continue more north. As they keep continuing north, they keep going north. And finally, oh my gosh, did we reach the sea? No, we did not reach the sea. They discover the entire lake of Lake Baikal. They're like, yeah, that was the most disappointing thing of all time. We're going south now. Well, they think they're going north, but they're not. On this entire journey, there was like 120 people who died, and in the exploration group, there was only about 300 people. That's a lot of people. As they keep going south, they keep going south. And, oh my gosh, they link up with the Chinese, and they're like, oh, who are you? Who are you? And they're like, oh, we're just groups of explorers from the Ukrainian Republic. And they're like, oh my gosh, we've heard about you guys. Welcome! And they become, like, girly girls, you know? Over here, the Chinese-Korean Union does some more expansion into more inland areas. For some reason, they're not even focusing over here. But over here, we will now take a look at Africa, where the Egyptians will go ahead and do many more explorations into the Nile, sending a larger exploration group out here, sending a pretty small one along this coast, but still. And over here, the smallest one is going along this river right here. I also did update the river, so like it looks much better. But over here, this group will keep continuing down south. And they will meet up with this one random lake, which I don't know the name of. There is a river running, that makes sense, honestly. But yeah, over here, they meet up with Lake Victoria. The lake that the people over here in America are trying to reach. As we see that also more exploration into Persia is going to be made. As many more explorations over here. Over here, the Gulf of Oman is I think what it's called. I'm not quite sure though. As yeah, that's mostly over here. Now for the majority rest of the video, we could go ahead and get rid of rivers first of all, as we mostly see expansion. Is over here in Europe, people are like, it's looking too white. Europe's pretty white anyways. Over here, Croatia, go ahead and do their expansion in these areas. And over here, the Greeks will just go ahead and meet up with the Baltic Sea. Also meeting up with the Latvian border. Greece is now very extremely long. Over here, the Romans will go ahead and will claim the territories that recently were discovered. Over here, the French go ahead and claim more territories over here. Of course, Belgium can't expand. The Dutch will go ahead and do this claiming. And the Germans will go ahead and just claim this area. As you may be wondering, they will take this rest of the peninsula though. You may be wondering, why isn't like this white area discovered? That's because no one wants that territory. Except for the Romans. They really do for some reason. Over here, the Latvians go ahead and expand out there. The Ukrainians will also do some expansion, meeting up with the Latvian border and making this weird little territory right there. Also, the Ukrainians will go ahead and do some expansion over here. The Mesopotamians will also do some expansion, meeting up with the Baku areas, as well as a lot of the Persian areas, except for there's lots of deserts there, and they're like, okay, that was a terrible decision. They also look a little weird. Their shape, at least. Not the people who live there. But over here, this territory is going to be left unclaimed for a while. Over here, the Egyptians, who are, at this point, very long. They're a very long nation. The Egyptians claim it. That looks very weird. The Egyptians claim all of that territory. As over here, we will see that this area split up into a few different nations. Well, it's first of all made into one nation, which then collapses into two nations. And then this little tan nation right here will go ahead and will be forcibly kicked back to where the capital of that one nation was. And then these guys go to war with their neighbors. Now, why is that happening? If you didn't understand it, go back and rewatch it. But over here, these guys, they will invade into the Mediterranean Empire over here, meeting up with the actual Mediterranean, claiming the Gibraltar Strait of Gibraltar. Portugal invades over here, and then they turn their focus over to France. They go ahead and will invade into these areas, the Portuguese. And over here, the Spanish will invade over here. Eventually going into a peace treaty with France, where their new border will just be these borders. Same with the Portuguese. And these guys will need new capitals. So over here, their capital is going to be placed right there. And theirs is going to be placed right here. And yeah, finally, and the Mediterranean Empire has fallen off. Which that is actually where we will see our video ending. I hope you guys really did enjoy this video. It was much shorter than the videos that I said I was going to make. I'm in a rush to film this, as I've got other stuff to do, such as edit this. I've got just a lot of stuff to make. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you like and subscribe. We have hit 600 subscribers. Thank you all. For 600 subscribers, I'm going to be doing a new, channel logo, but you guys are going to be making it for me, so you guys can, I'll do a competition, and whichever one I think is my favorite, I'll go ahead and make my new channel profile picture logo. And if you got to, you guys can also make a banner, and maybe I'll change it from the Western European Union flag. Throws me back to 400 subscribers, which was in March, July. Not July, it's not even July. It's June. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you click the like button. If you really did enjoy this video, go and subscribe if you're not already. Join the Discord server. You can do events, you can participate in stuff, you can get sneak peeks. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. So, peace out.